Hello everybody and welcome to a new Let's Play. This time it's one of the best of the best, the greatest of the greatest. The classic of the classics. One of my favorite games ever. Final Fantasy VI. Even though it says 3, it's a vicious American lie. As everyone knows by now, Final Fantasy 4 and 6 were released as 2 and 3 in the United States. To avoid confusion, good job, Nintendo. That was their idea. Anyway, let's get started. What button does what? I forget things. Here we have the opening set to some great music. Magic ceased to exist. So basically everyone forgot about magic. World was destroyed, most of the technology was lost. Now technology is being rediscovered, whereas magic is still pretty much a thing of the past. Quite possibly, as is usually the case in these games. The same wind effects were used in Chrono Trigger, not surprisingly. Came out a similar time to Final Fantasy VI did, also from Square. Here we have our first characters. Vix is, of course, a mixed translation of Biggs. And apparently they found an Esper in this town. What's an Esper? Huh. 1,000 years and it's still alive. That's gotta be, odd. I guess I'm gonna go find it. Why is she here? Oh, do I finally have control? Thank you. It's a true story. And here we have quite possibly my favorite opening ever. You know, just the basically the three, the three of them marching towards the town in their war machines, marching across this barren wasteland through the night, going to attack this town. Music playing in the background. It's just a great opening. Of course, Nobuo Uematsu always doing a fantastic job on his soundtrack. Oh, we see some lights in the distance. One thing I really like is that none of the mechs are in sync with each other. A lot of times on old Super Nintendo games like this, they just basically copy and paste the sprites. They'd all be moving in conjunction, but none of the mechs are moving in coordination with each other, so they are all animated separately. we have reached our destination. Absolutely. Alright. Here's our menu. We can do stuff. We got question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. Wedge and Vix. We'll go over this stuff as it becomes more important. For now, let's see what this Esper is all about. So this is the town of Narsh. And here's our first battle. All three of them have the Magitech abilities: Fire Beam, Ice Beam, Heal Force. Basically choose whatever you feel like. Terra, oops, well I just spoiled the main character's name. Terra gets the same abilities plus Bioblast, which poisons everyone. Confuser turns enemies against each other. Tech Missile, which does a huge amount of damage. And Exfer, which I'll now demonstrate. Miss. Lame. Yay, Vix. I keep wanting to call him Biggs, but since the script calls him Vix. As we can see here, Terra can use magic, Cure and Fire. That's not going to be coming into play too much since we have fancy armor to do our work for us, but let's continue on. Now we got to fight a couple Lobos. Big doggies. I insist on X-ring something. Heal Force on Terra. Like, if you wanted to stick to just, like, fire beaming everything, that's perfectly possible. Yeah, bring it. What's up? You can't stop me. Let's Bolt Beam, and then just eradicate this guy from existence with a Tech Missile. Oh yeah. Yeah, you're not going to lose any of these first few fights. And there's nothing else to do in town here except march straight forward. And here we have ourselves in a pincer attack. That's when your characters are caught in the middle, and then they're surrounded on both sides. But again, this early on, there's really nothing to be afraid of. Basically, you can be assured that one attack is one kill for everything in this first part, so there's not a lot of pressure. Yay! And if you want, we can't use Magitech outside of battle, but since she has magic, we can use that outside of battle. So we just healed everyone up, used a cure spell on everyone. Defend the mines! Boom! Now we got some Vomammoths. Well, they're pretty much the same deal. I'll use Bioblast just to show that off. We'll be seeing more of that, though, throughout the game. Well, except it's a different color when we get it later. Or I could just viciously murder them all. And if you can't guess, Terra's by far the best of the three. Maybe. And now we get into random fights with enemies in the area. You can pretty much treat these as regular fights with the soldiers. Same things apply. You're not going to die to any of them. I forgot which one I targeted. Levels everywhere. Alright, now this shiny here. Boink. An eerie glow surrounds you. Nope, I already know all about the save points, thanks. Those are save points, so when you find them in a dungeon, you can use them to save. And if you have a tent or a cabin with you, you can also use those at save points to restore hit points and magic points. Alright, we're pretty much at the end of the opening here. It's time for our first boss fight, and some amazing music against the Welk. Helping us with the battle. Yeah, you can use electricity on it. That's pretty misleading, and I assume a mistranslation. This game was translated by Ted Woolsey, who did a lot of translations for Square back then, but he does a decent enough job, but he had a couple questionable choices on some of his translations. Now you'll see that Wedge is glowing white. That means he's been slowed, so his gauge is going to feel a lot slower, so it's longer before his attacks. Now when the Welk says grew, it retreats back into its shell, and we just have to chill for a couple turns. Because if you attack him, he'll unleash a Gigavolt that hits everyone for a ton of damage, and we don't want that. Yep, don't want that at all. Let's talk about stuff. Hitting left gives us the row option, so I can switch a character from the front row to the back row and vice versa. Characters in the back row deal less damage with physical weapons, but they also take half as much damage from physical attacks. Your weak spellcasters usually go in the back, but I tend to not use the back row very often. And just like that, the first boss goes down. Alright, let's go see this Esper. Or not. Yay! Fast forward button is win. Alright, there it is. It will be a very long time before we recruit this Esper into our ranks, but this is our first Esper of the game. Magical creatures of magical magicalness. Everyone's glowing. Ooh-wah! Oh, Wedge got vaporized. Oh god. And we wake up in a bed. Get out of bed, Tara. Take a step forward. Talk to this guy. He removed the slave crown. So now we can think. It's true. A mysterious young woman, controlled by the Empire, and born with the gift of magic. Going with default names, as I always do. Tara. when the Japanese version was Tina, which is an exotic name to them, but not quite so much to us Westerners. I don't think I forget if this version gives the old man's name in the beginning here. I know the Game Boy version did. But anyway, this old man I'm with is Arvis, in case he doesn't give us his name. I don't know how they know she's here. Over there, huh? No, I don't think so. Alright, elixirs to store all our life and magic points. It's not anything I'll be using this early in the game, but... Alright, what's up? Make your way out through the mines. Oh, okay, well now apparently I need to escape. Uh-ohs. Run, Terra! Okay, that's not moving very fast, Terra. That's actually kind of slow. I hardly qualify that as running. Maybe a swift walk would be good? Save point. Save. Because now we're on our own. Uh-ohs. Alright, where rats can take a while for her to take down physically, or we can cast fire on them. XPs! Go see what's up in here. Phoenix down with an excellent spelling of Phoenix. Thank you, character limitation. Ooh, another chest. Repo Man. Same thing. Fire's pretty much going to be your friend on this trip out here. Yay! And of course we'll gain some hit points and magic points as we level. Sleeping bag is like a tent, but for one person. It'll restore them at a save. It'll restore a single person at a save point instead of the whole party. Let's try our combat normally. Now where at, you can get away with attacking. One hit, one kill. I think the Repo Man will take 2 hits with her normal weapon. Just real quick, here's what the equipment screen looks like, but don't need to get into that too much. Not yet. We just need to focus on escape. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, crap. That's... Oh, what just happened? That's probably not good. Come on, Terra, run. Come on. Oh, goodness. Flashback. This crazy dude is Kefka. We'll be seeing lots of him. Poof. Those are some really big soldiers. They're bigger than me in my Magitech armor. Get a good look at the people in this picture. We'll be seeing all of them again. This doesn't sound good at all. Poor Terra. Who's this strapping young fellow? Treasure hunter and trail-worn traveler, searching the world over for relics of the past. It's our good friend Locke. I prefer the term treasure hunting. Well, come on, Locke. Don't be so harsh. See, now this is misleading here because this old man is already part of the Returners, which Locke is part of. They're basically a rebel group fighting the Empire, and this guy is part of them. But it makes it sound like, oh yeah, the Returners. This is the first anyone's heard about it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Kupo. It's Moguls! Kupo. Nope. Thanks. I know what's going on. We gotta organize our party. Well, we don't have to organize them, but we just got joined by a bunch of Moogles. Kupek, Kupak, Kupop, Kumama. Press Y to switch parties. We're going to leave one party to guard, which won't be this one. We have Mog, who will be a party member later on. Cuckoo, Kutan, Kupan. Leave them there. This will be the last-ditch guard unit for Terra. Kushu, Kirin, Kuru, and K-Mog. Alright. Locke will be our main attack group. At least Volmammoths can be a pain if they get Blizzard off. Yep, just like that. Hits everyone for a hefty bit. Now, none of these characters have any spells to protect themselves. So you kind of just got to make good decisions. And not get slaughtered by Blizzard, like Cuckoo here is going to be. Now Mog's special ability is to learn dances. He knows none yet, but he learns one each time he fights in a new area for the first time. So he will learn one right here. And we'll show that off here in the next fight. Hopefully he doesn't fail. Dusk Requiem. Yeah, he wins. Basically, each dance has a list of 4 possible abilities that can be cast if the dance is successful. That Elf-Fire was just a very strong elemental attack. See if we get anything different. Cave in, very nice. Wrong target, but alright. Yeah, Cave in's kind of a weird ability. It seems that it does damage a percentage based on their hit points, and then kind of poisons them. It's kind of weird. Okay. I'm using up mostly Mog's group here because I want Locke's group to take on the boss. And I want them to be in minty fresh shape for that. Get over here. Yeah, Mog's by far the strongest of the Moogles, not even including his dance ability. The only other ones that can really compete with him is like Kupan, the ones with the boomerangs. Okay, that should be everyone. Should be just the boss now. And it is possible to just rush the boss, but why would you do that? Not really necessary, but let's make sure everyone's in top shape. Okay, gotta take out the Lobos first. I could try to steal, but no. That's greedy. Not lock. Oh, Kumama got stopped. That's no good. Use a potion on lock. That'll restore 250 HP. Kumama had it coming. This guy doesn't have a whole ton of hit points, but he does hit really hard, as you see. Ooh, nice crit. Alright, he's toast. We're in your debt, Moogles. But what are we going to do with Terra now? The Empire's still chasing us. I mean, we can't stay in Narsh. Where are we going to go next? Find out next time, and let's play Final Fantasy VI. Thanks for checking out the first part. I'll see you in part 2.